Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today is going to be an action-packed, crazy crypto news video, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff to cover, so make sure you watch this video all the way till the end so you don't miss out. And make sure you support the channel for the YouTube algorithm by pressing the like button. Bitcoin will create a new economic elite in 2020. And the question of today is, guys, do you think crypto will make you rich? Comment it down below, and also make sure you check out my second channel, Dusty Finance and 5-Minute Crypto. And make sure you sub, because, there's a couple more videos coming on here and there, and you gotta be notified, you know what I mean. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed serious problems of the currently existing financial system, as well as the Bitcoin benefits over it. Now, one of the things I can straight up tell you guys, because this is quite a long article, is the fact that we've seen more and more, at an increasing rate, billionaires talk positively of Bitcoin/crypto. One of the main reasons for that is that traditional money, and I'm talking about the Federal Reserve currency, or in this case, the US dollar, the world currency, whatever you want to call it, is really not doing as joyfully right now. And I think mostly that is because they're printing a lot of money over there in the United States. That's a pretty obvious cause if you ask me. And yes, because that is all happening and people are all spouting out free money this, free money that. Of course, things will become more expensive in a literal sense, right? Because if there's more money in circulation, well, then you're going to most likely need more money to buy things as well in the end, right? That's just something I'm just throwing up here. Doesn't matter if it's completely truth in reality. It's like the theory here. And if things become more expensive, you're like, well, my dollar, the one I've been holding, is worth less now, because with this $1, I can buy less goods and services and stuff, right? So I don't want that to happen. And they're printing more and more money, so my money can become even more worthless and whatnot. So yes, that's one of the most, prominent reasons why people are really rushing into Bitcoin, because supposedly it has some of the properties of gold slash silver slash what do you call it? Like precious metals, where it's a good store of value because it's like there's a certain quantity of it and you can never get more. You can only get, to a certain extent, get more. Like it will run out eventually. And gold has a good property of having intrinsic value. With Bitcoin, some might talk about whether or not all the work put into getting a Bitcoin gives that a sort of different sort of intrinsic value, but a lot of different reasons are there to get into Bitcoin for the purpose of money printing. And I guess second of all is just people want to get some way out. A lot of people are getting their stimulus checks, even though they are just doing pretty damn good on their own still. They're still maybe making money, still have some money left, and still they're getting some extra money, and so they want to invest it. Or maybe it's because they've heard about investing it, or they've heard others do it. It's like a snowball. And even next to all of that, it could also be because, well, people right now we're kind of looming close to a big crisis. People want to bet for the thing that might work in a financial crisis, which some people think might be Bitcoin. And since all of that is going on here, the elites in the traditional sense here are just like, for example, Warren Buffett and some of the big billionaire guys out there that But all of those, at least 9 out of 10, that I'm just recalling right now, they've all gotten rich with more traditional things. They might have gotten rich with stocks, yes, with, like, for example, Warren Buffett, or with some crazy innovative normal company. I'm talking about, for example, clothing or whatnot. But what we're gonna get here is a possibly completely technological elite. People who are really who work differently. Like, for example, Warren Buffett has said Bitcoin is rat poison squared because we're not in the same category, right? People really believe that much in Bitcoin and XRP and some of those coins. I think they have a different state of mind. And thus, also, when they will get really, really rich, they will most likely do different things with the money in terms of technological advancements, which, Warren Buffett in his own capacity might not be able to think of. And also, most likely, the average, or maybe the mean age will most likely be a lot younger than with the traditional list right now, as I think most people that are really, really getting into Bitcoin and crypto in general are a little bit younger, since it's more of the technological era, right? And thus you'll see a whole shift happening. And as well, this new elite is most likely going to be built upon people who really are taking a leap forward right now. And it could definitely be so that if there's some crazy billionaire, he invests $1 billion, that he could theoretically become the first trillionaire, right? If you think about it. Just for $1 billion, for example. That's just a couple examples I'm giving here. It could be that this whole perception of money is going to be changing as well as time rolls by here. But right, that's just some food for thought. I know it's a little bit much. I know it's a little bit crazy, but it's my thoughts. Jay Holocene said on Twitter, if you're looking at XRP as your savior, I don't ever see you becoming rich. And again, that's why I asked in the beginning, do you think you'll get rich? Because I think there's still a lot of debates about this. Number one, there's other projects that may make bigger and fast gains. And number two, it should be nothing more than a speculative investment. You should already be on the road to riches, and this may speed that up. I see so many people sitting on the sideline clinging onto pipe dreams. People like that never make money, and that's just a fact. People who make money are those already making money. Money attracts money. Pipe dreams don't attract money, unfortunately. Jesus won't save you. So I'm really against this tweet, and I personally also think it's kind of offensive to some people. Even, of course, he can say it, right? I'm not hating on Jay here at all, because everybody can say their own things on Twitter. Just saying, I don't think it's appropriate to say this. Why is that so? Well, first of all, this first part is kind of true. He says, if you're looking at it, I don't see you becoming rich. That's fine. That's his own opinion. Second part is, there are other projects that may make bigger and faster gains. Well, that's always the case. 100 out of 100 times, there will be a project that's better, right? Because literally, there will always be something. Anytime you're investing, there will, every minute of you investing into something, there will be a better and possibly bigger, more impactful change happening. And the chances are 99.99999% of the time, you won't be able to pick it. You won't have the best option. Otherwise, you would have to change every microsecond into the best possible solution, which is not possible, of course. So this, I don't think, is really a reason why you shouldn't be investing or waiting to become rich or anything like that. I think that's a very strange one to give. And second, it should be nothing more than a speculative investment, which again, a lot of things are. A lot of people are speculating right now. I would say tens of millions of people are speculating every single day on many, many different things. And investments are nothing more for a lot of people, and I would say that it's very difficult with this newer technology, and then I'm not talking about XRP alone, I'm talking about the whole crypto market, to really say that there's a let's say a 400-year future in it, right? Because it could be that there's so many crazier changes coming up later on. And for example, 100 years, well, we're going to be so much further that this Bitcoin and crypto and stuff will not be relevant anymore because we got crypto squared, if you guys get my idea. And that's also a thing, it's a speculative investment because it will always be the way. What kind of investment could it otherwise be? You're speculating that it's going to take on for a massive amount of people. You're speculating that this is going to be what everybody wants and everybody needs it, we know, but is everybody going to be getting it? Are these regulations are going to put it through? Is there going to be a multi-big billion-dollar corporation going to shut it all down? We don't know. And thus, it will always be speculation. It will always be kind of a hope, a thing. But I don't think that should bother you either. It shouldn't put you down. And you already be on the road to riches, and this may speed that up. That part is true, which again is why I said that I'm not hating on him as a person, because I think it's just his opinion, which is completely fine. But he says you should already be on the way to road to riches. I think what he means right there is that if you really want to become rich with it, you should already be working on getting rich instead of just waiting on your ass investing to get rich. However, I would state that he says here again, if you're looking at XRP as your savior, I don't ever see you becoming rich. That's again kind of a two-sided sword or two-edged sword, or however you want to say it. Because on the one hand, he's saying you should already be on the road to riches, and this may speed it up. But on the contrary, he says you don't see you ever becoming rich with it. But what if you're already doing quite good? Let's say, for example, you have $400,000, right? You want to get to $1 million, which you would then consider yourself rich. All you need is a times 2.5, right? And you might be having an income of, for example, $5 million a year, but this is all you want to put into crypto, right? And this is what you want to become rich of, crypto rich of. That's what you want. I think you can wait for it, really, if you're thinking about it. It's just like you invested this, you want to become rich with it. It's possible. It's not like it's out of the ordinary. It's not like it's a crazy thing. It's not like it's undoable or anything like that. He's just, I think, motivating people to not just wait But on a different note, I would say if you're already making, good money, maybe 50,000 a year or 100,000 a year, you're investing small pieces, for example, $2,000 a year into crypto, maybe $2,000 a month. I don't know how much you earn. I don't know what we want to do there. And that's all you can do, and you want to become rich of it. That's, again, nothing really crazy to go for, because it's just maybe a dream that you have or a hope. And I would say it's not that far-fetched. It's not that crazy. All these prices we're talking about on the channel are possible. The only thing I think he's trying to point people towards is that you shouldn't just sit on your ass with $10 worth of XRP and expect $1 million off of it. And maybe just the whole point of it is get your expectations, to realistic ones. That, for example, let's just said $10 is not going to become $1 million. Like, it's possible theoretically, but the chance is like 0.0000001, right? Any logical thinking human being would also agree with me on that one. Making $10 into $1 million is a very difficult thing, unless you're going maybe for the craziest alt combination where you're getting 10,000% after 10,000%. Yeah, I can't bet on that one. But in general, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult road. And dreaming, I think, is good. Hoping to get rich with it is, I think, good, because it helps invest. And also, otherwise, what are you doing this for, right? All the investing, all the effort, all the keeping up, what are you doing it for if it's not the goal to make money off of it in the end? And hopefully as much money as you possibly could, right? And really to become rich. Reborn says on Twitter, 2020 is the year. Liquidity will flow into the chosen one, the greatest show. 2020 is the year. The world that we love will ascend up above. Fly high like a dove. 2020 is the year. XRP shines bright as it rises through the night from darkness to light. Don't know if it's supposed to mean anything, but I found it quite inspirational because, it sounds kind of beautiful. So, that's that. Robert Art says on Twitter, XRP community has given enough money to Ripple. They really need to step it up and work on XRP adoption. Get regulatory green light and start engaging institutions twice, but then doubled up as hard. It's been 8 years. In that time, Samsung and Apple destroyed Motorola and Nokia already. So, kind of saying, like, what are you waiting for? I would say, it's not up to Ripple. They've been putting their best foot forward. They can't do anything more, I would say. They're investing like crazy, getting corridors like crazy. But the next big step is just really getting the freaking the freaking switch pulled, of which, a part has already been happening, where they now got Australia and a couple other places on board. Once those places all, get the green light, for example, India and Indian rupee. India is already under the influence of Ripple quite a lot, right? Once they get some of these corridors opened, I could just see so much money flowing through it. And that would, again, boost a lot of articles to pop up for Ripple, boost a lot of mentions. And even though most people in the world will never hear about Ripple and XRP working in the background, I think a lot of them might see it somewhere. They might see the logo come by, and they might get an update from their bank or FI that they're going to be starting to use it or something like that. Again, it's going to create another wave of attention on themselves if they get that type of stuff fixed. But I'm guessing it's not an easy task, because otherwise, why is this liquidity not ramping up like crazy, right? And why is it so difficult? I don't know, but there must be a good reason, because they're a billion-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company, so most likely they can do it better than I can. But yeah. US will have its alliance under XRP, all backed by gold. Regs have been done, always were since the inception of crypto. Slowly, you see XRP is not a security but a currency. Time/events almost fully aligned. All before elections, POTUS is final key. He's saying that the President of the United States is going to be the key to this whole ordeal regarding XRP. Now, even though I would not bet on that, there's some legitimacy to why this is all happening, during election time, sort of. So I saw some articles about that, and it got me thinking. However, don't want to speculate too much on that, because I just don't know, and I don't want to give you guys false hope or anything like that. Ripple joins cross-border working group with Swift and Microsoft. I was a little bit happy when I saw the title, because I thought it would be something new, but no. We're talking about the same group that we were talking about earlier, the Faster Payments Consortium. Because, those other groups or other guys are in it. So, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Craig DeWitt joined it. And also, Caroline Bowler, CEO of Australian crypto exchange BTC Markets, says the company's XRP remittance and trading volume is rising at a rapid rate, which again refers to what I just told you guys, that in Australia, the volume is going so insanely well. And I'm wondering, and it's the same for like Mexico and whatnot, I'm wondering why they are not doing this for more. Like, for example, with the Indian rupee, why they're not just pumping it up like crazy just to get these numbers into, some kind of snowball. Because I think that's how it works. At least that's what we've been seeing. Every time they start, it just starts to go like a crazy snowball. Like, for example, if you look up Bitso, or maybe Philippine peso or Mexican peso, you can look it all up. It's going insane. And I think it's going to be so great if they get more going. The switch has been pulled. I mean, we all know it's starting out, but it's slow, right? And once they got to starting to ramp that up, yeah, it's going to be crazy. But guys, if you watched this far into the video, comment cherry. I see it on a piece of drink or a little soda can that I have right here. It says cherry. Thinking, if you guys are watching this far, type cherry in the comment section down below so I know. And that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I think there's also a 5-minute crypto video coming today, maybe tomorrow. But make sure you go ahead and follow that channel too. Link in the description. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very jolly day.